Hello everybody. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at order of operations today. We sometimes call it BIDMAS, and BIDMAS, as you probably remember, just is a word to help you remember that in any of these things we would prioritize brackets first, then indices, which is where you've got things like 3 squared, or division and multiplication. And then after that we would look at addition and subtraction. Okay, so if we have a little look at the first one, would we do the addition first or the multiplication first? Well, our rule tells us that we should be doing multiplication before going down to do the addition. So we'd end up doing 4 threes, which are 12, and then adding the 3 onto it, wouldn't we? Okay, and then going from left to right, 3 add 12 is 15. If you'd have just gone from left to right and ignored that rule, you'd have ended up with 3 add 4, which is 7, times 3, which is 21, which is different from 15. Looking at this second one, well, we've got brackets here, haven't we? And that's the first thing we've got to do. So 3 add 2 would be 5, and then 2 times 5 gives us 10. If you'd ignored the brackets and done the multiplication first, as you should do, if you didn't have brackets there, you'd have ended up with 2 times 3, which is 6, add the 2, which is 8, again different to that. This time here, looking at the bottom, we've got some of this going on here. Like I mentioned up here, it's the indices, isn't it? Powers. So we'd have to do that first. We've got no brackets, we have got indices, so we have to work this bit out first. So 2 squared means 2 times 2, remember, which is 4. What do we do next? Times or subtraction. We're doing the multiplication, so 4 4s end up being 16, and then take away the 6, and that would leave us, of course, with 10. Okay, so I hope you get on all right with those. Remember to follow those rules. If you do end up with something like this, 2 times 10 divided by 4, you'll notice that division and multiplication, remember, are the same importance there. What you would have to do there is you would just, as we've got them in the same power, you would just go from left to right. So you do 2 times 10, which is 20, divided by 4, which would be 5. Okay, folks, I hope that helps.